Well, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, one and only Anime Legends, and yeah, guys, today I am back with another series for you guys, which is gonna be what if Naruto was neglected by his family, took the system from transmigrator. So yeah, guys, this is gonna be really OP of a series, as I'm gonna put the system in a negative light. So this is gonna be a lot different story than normal system stories. So hopefully you guys will like it. And yeah, guys, before starting this video, I would like to make a request to all of you guys who are watching this video. If you guys are new to the channel or if you guys have not subscribed yet, please guys do so. It would be really helpful to me. And yeah, guys, I would like to tell you guys about my new TikTok account. I have uploaded some videos on this account, so please guys check it out, as I have decided to make some Naruto related shorts on this TikTok account as well, so that would be fun. So if you guys have some new ideas about my TikTok account or some new ideas related to Naruto series, you can tell me. I will try to make animated stories on this account as well, so it would be really fun. So please guys, if you guys have great ideas, tell me in the comment section. That is a lot of help to me. So without wasting any more of your time, let us start the story. So, I'm gonna start my story with the 12-year-old Naruto looking towards his so-called family, Minato and Kushina. At the moment, were training Menma and Mito, as Naruto sighed inwardly. Today, he was really feeling a bit down. After all, as far as he could remember, Menma and Mito were always so-called child of destiny or something like that, even though Naruto himself believes that he was actually a prodigy. After all, he was able to learn water walking and tree walking at a young age, and at the age of 12, he has already mastered the Rasengan and even has started to change its chakra nature. But whenever he tried to show his skill to his parents, they always dismissed him, telling him that how they need to train Menma and Mito, and even his mother calling him a liar or something like that, and always ignoring him. As Naruto sighed as he looked towards his so-called family, but suddenly a voice was heard, emotional, damage found. Suitable host decided, as Naruto was a bit confused. What was that strange voice in his head? But Naruto simply shook his head. Whatever it was, it must be some kind of hallucination or something like that, as Naruto thought as he looked towards his family. But suddenly, the sadness disappeared from Naruto's eyes as Naruto simply clenched his fist. If his life do not have the love of his family and parents, then it doesn't matter. He will work hard as long as he become a powerful shinobi. He will not allow the fate to dictate his destiny. No, he will become a true child of destiny by himself. He do not require the training of his parents. He will work hard and one day will become the Hokage, as sadness simply disappear. And at that moment, Naruto simply gave up on his family. After all, he himself was rather powerful, and as a genius, he would only become more and more powerful. As Naruto smiled at that thought, but suddenly pain, overwhelming pain, spread through the head of Naruto as Naruto clenched his head, wondering what is going on here. Suddenly, a voice was heard as soul extraction process begins. As Naruto was confused, suddenly his vision went dark, while on the outside world, a new soul has inhabited Naruto's body. As the person looked towards his hand, so I have transmigrated, as if frown, looking towards Minato and Kushina. System, come here. What is going on here? Why is Minato and Kushina and are alive? And are those Menma and Mito? As System spoke up, well, host, this is an alternative timeline of the Naruto world, but do not worry. We will provide you with everything for you to become even stronger. As the person smiled at that, well, it doesn't matter. He already knows most of the plot, even if Minato and Kushina and he have two new siblings. It doesn't truly matter. As the new Naruto Uzumaki, he will become only stronger. But suddenly, while on the other hand, Naruto, the real Naruto, opened his eyes, in front of him were his parents and siblings. Minato speak up, Naruto, I am so proud of you. You are truly my firstborn. As Kushina spoke up, my baby, I always love you the most. As Menma and Mito smiled, well, other brother, you are truly amazing. As Naruto looked towards this so-called new family, and confusion was in his head. What is going on here? Why his parents and siblings are saying such things? It was like a dream come true. But then Naruto, who was about to take a step forward towards his family, stopped. No, something was off. This is not real. As Naruto gritted his teeth, no, this must be some kind of illusion. No, he will not allow whoever this person is trying to get rid of him. Naruto felt it, his soul. This was an attack on the soul. As Naruto gritted his teeth, no, I will not believe this. I do not require the love of this family. I do not require this so-called dream. I reject it with that in the outside world. The new Naruto was about to went towards his parents to show them his skills, but suddenly he felt it. Something was off. His soul was forcefully ejected from the body of Naruto. Suddenly, the screen of the system appeared in front of him. Error. Soul extraction failed. Soul once again entering into the body as ejection once again failed error. As the person was confused, he was forcefully ejected from the body of Naruto, while on the other hand Naruto has once again regained control over his body as he looked towards his hand and looked towards the disappearing soul, while on the other hand a fat little boy was in front of him, no older than the age of 19. He was confused, looking towards his body. What is going on here, system? Why am I out of the body? As he looked towards Naruto, who was looking towards him. As the person frowned, it seemed that this transmigration of his has truly failed. As he sighed, looking towards Naruto with unwillingness in his eyes. But it was a bit too late for that, as his soul finally disappeared. As Naruto's eyes narrowed at that, there were several memories in Naruto's head. He has seen a world, it seemed to be called something like Blue Star, which had two moons or something like that. And then there were also the knowledge, it seemed that in this world, his whole world is considered to be nothing more than a anime by the name of Naruto, the Nine Tails, Uchiha Madara, Pain, Nagato, and those things. It seemed that all of it is considered to be nothing more than a manga, a anime. As Naruto frowned at that, his world is different from this Naruto world. It seemed to be some kind of alternative timeline. What is truly going on here? But there were also memories of the different worlds. One Piece, Harry Potter, as well as the Marvel and the DC universes, as well as that. Suddenly, Naruto felt it. A screen appeared in front of Naruto. Well, it seemed that your will is stronger than I previously thought. You have even damaged my function. So, are you ready to take me as your new partner? I am here to assist you, Uzumaki Naruto. As long as you accept me, you will become the strongest shinobi. Your parents will once again love you, and you will be able to prove to everyone that you are truly the strongest. As Naruto's eyes narrowed at that, even his own parents did not give him unconditional love. So, how could he ever believe that this otherworldly thing, this thing who tried to eject his body and even tried to destroy it, eject his soul from his body and even try to destroy his soul, would be a kind thing? He has heard about this system thing from the stories of the other world, but Naruto do not believe this thing. As Naruto closes his eyes, as a prodigy, Naruto has already made his own mindscape in his mind. As Naruto once again opened his eyes, and now he was in his own mindscape. As Naruto started to walk around it, and at last he was able to find a small orb that was shining in the center of his mindscape. As Naruto grabbed it, found you. As the system started to screech, error, stop, Uzumaki Naruto, you should not attack the system. I am here to help you. As Naruto scoffed at that, I do not believe you. Who are you? And exactly what exactly are you? As Naruto clenched the orb, as the orb started to, you can say, fizzle, as well as lightning started to surround it. As Naruto gritted his teeth as he clenched the orb and destroying it. Suddenly, a lot of knowledge started to appear in Naruto's mind as the system screamed, "You, Uzumaki Naruto, will pay for it. My lord, the overlord system, is the ruler of the omniverse. You cannot stop us." With that, Naruto simply destroyed the consciousness of the system that is present there. The knowledge started to appear in Naruto's mind. A ancient and powerful civilization, advanced civilization, they made a so-called overlord system. The main function of this overlord system was to use the genetic material of the other beings to make powerful soldiers for themselves. Their main function was to indefinitely and unlimited modification of a person genetic material using the more powerful genetic materials from the other races. This was a simple function, but they were ultimately destroyed by their rivals and they destroyed each other. But the overlord system evolved. It took all the resources of the both advanced civilization and they were able to enter into the other multiverse. The first thing they did was to spread the knowledge of the other universes and the timelines and spread it in the form of novels and anime and manga and things like that to the other worlds like the Red Star and the Blue Star and the other civilizations. And then they use the technology to enter in the other worlds where they have spread these stories and make some accidents for the residents of those civilizations. They take their soul and using the using the things they have plundered from the other worlds and put these transmigrators into the alternative timelines of those worlds, and they present themselves as the new system. As long as the transmigrators disturb the true timeline of the world, they are able to take the so-called points are actually the disturbed destiny points of the world. They simply destroy the timeline for their own purposes. And once the transmigrators become powerful enough, they simply destroy their soul and take over the body once again. And the cycle once again continues forever. This way, they're able to take the destiny and the whole power of the timelines for themselves. This was the main function of the overall system, not only Naruto world but also the other universes, or rather, they would like to call the omniverse, the combination of all the multiverses. They invade these realities and change the timeline there so that they can become even stronger. As Naruto gritted his state, his soul almost got destroyed by these beings. They are able to use their knowledge and able to take the bodies of the other for themselves. As Naruto gritted his state at that, not only do transmigrators as well as they themselves are being tricked by these damn systems. As Naruto gritted his state, he was truly angry now. Finally, he came outside, and to his surprise, it seemed that the system itself did not disappear. In front of Naruto was the screen as well as the store of the system and all the genetic material which they have gathered from the other timelines of the Naruto universe. The Hashirama Cell, Uchiha Madara's Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, the Wood Style, Ashura Chakra, Indra Chakra. Not only that, there are also prompts from the other universes, mainly the Harry Potter, the One Piece, even the world of the Dragon Ball. As Naruto was truly surprised, he has gained the knowledge from that transmigrator, and now Naruto knows about the value of these things. As a smile came to Naruto's face, but then he thought about it. That system, even though its consciousness is destroyed, but that overlord system is truly something to worry about. As Naruto frowned at that, looking towards his family, who is still training. As Naruto sighed, honestly, he always thought that becoming stronger than Menma in Mito and proving to his parents that how wrong they were by choosing them was the thing he wanted to do. But after giving up on his family, even becoming the Hokage does not mean much value. After all, there are other timelines in the Naruto universe. And he is just a small pawn in that alternative timeline. His whole soul almost got destroyed by that damn system. As Naruto's eyes narrowed at that thought, it seemed that the system will not let him go. As Naruto clenched his face, well, it doesn't matter. Naruto could already knows what the overall system is actually gonna do. There are other Naruto timelines where definitely gonna be other transmigrators. This system will definitely try to send these transmigrators to kill him. But it doesn't matter. Naruto looked towards all the prompts which he has gotten from the system store. As Naruto smirked at that thought, well, he's gonna use the abilities of the system to destroy the overlord system, and if there are other so-called transmigrators, he will not let them kill him. If it comes to it, then he will try to convince these transmigrators. After all, the system is just using them. In the end of the day, the system simply destroy their soul and take over the body. After all, they already know how the person thinks and behaves, so it doesn't matter to the system itself. As Naruto's eyes narrowed at that thought, hopefully he will be able to convince some of the transmigrators, but he doubted that with the system over their heads, they would be able to listen to him. As Naruto simply shook his head, that was for another time. At the moment, Naruto has to start training. As Naruto opened one of the dimensions, hyperbolic time chamber, as Naruto remembered it from the Dragon Ball world, this is the place where he needs to go at the moment. As Naruto finally entered into the hyperbolic time chamber, looking towards many prompts, as Naruto finally selected two of them, he wanted to test out the power of the system as he activated Ashura Chakra as well as Indra Chakra and activated the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and Hashirama Senju's Wood Style. As Naruto could feel it, the power running through his body as Naruto's whole Kekigenkai finally changed as Naruto slammed his hand together as a huge dragon appeared from the ground. As Naruto smiled at that thought, finally, as Naruto started his training in the hyperbolic time chamber. So now let us have a time skip in the original world of 6 years. In these 6 years, Naruto has time to time entered into the hyperbolic time chamber to train even further. And at the moment, he is truly at a new level. There is no shinobi alive in the shinobi world who is as powerful as Naruto. As Naruto smiled at that thought, while far away from the omniverse at a different dimension, a gigantic system was present. This is called the overlord system, and at the moment, a strange signal arrived at the overlord system. As the overlord system looked toward this signal, as he simply frowned at that thought. After all, this is a signal from one of the small timelines in a small world like Naruto. He look over the many worlds where he takes the destiny point to increase its power even further and his approach on the other timelines. As he frowned at that thought, his one of his system was destroyed. But how? How is that even possible? There is no timeline in the whole multiverse or the omniverse where his system was destroyed. But it doesn't matter. This is a small problem, but he needs to get rid of it as he sent another signal in one of the timelines of Naruto world at a strange in a timeline of Naruto world, one Uchiha was standing over the ruins of Konoha as third Hokage was at his feet. This Uchiha was none other than Uchiha Itachi of this timeline, but he is not exactly Uchiha Itachi. No, he was a transmigrator who entered into the body of the Uchiha Itachi, and now he has finally defeated the third Hokage and decided to make himself the fifth Hokage. As Uchiha Itachi smiled at that as he finally took his seat as the new Hokage, as the Uchiha clansmen around him cheers at that. Cheers to the fifth Hokage, Uchiha Itachi, as all of them were cheering, as all the other clans were subdued by the power of this transmigrator as he smiled at that thought. After all, he was working hard for the Uchiha clan and finally he was able to defeat the third as well as Shimura Danzo, and now Konoha was under his control, and soon enough he will take over the shinobi world and become the new overlord of the shinobi world. But suddenly, a strange signal started to arrive on the system of Uchiha Itachi as Itachi looked towards the signal as a prompt finally appeared. New mission appeared. Points, 20,000 points. As Uchiha Itachi's eyes narrowed at that, he was barely getting 10 or 20 points even after he conquered Konoha. He did not get more than 1,000 points, and now, what is this mission that gives him 20,000 points? But then suddenly greed started to appear on Itachi's face. After all, he already had gained the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. He believes that he has already entered into the Super Kage realm, so there were little that could be done against him in the shinobi world, and he was ready for anyone and anything. If he is able to get these 20,000 points, he will definitely become one of the most powerful shinobi. He already has his eyes set on Hashirama's cell and his power, even though he has already gained the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, but the power of the wood style, maybe he would be able to unlock his own Rinnegan. As Itachi smirked at that thought, suddenly the mission appeared: kill Uzumaki Naruto. As Itachi's eyes frowned at that, he was wondering what is going on here. Uzumaki Naruto is just a child. Even if he were to kill him, what would actually change? As the system gave the prompt, kill the Uzumaki Naruto from the timeline 7 to 1. As you can say, Itachi's eyes narrowed at that timeline. What is this system talking about? As the system explained, they have to kill Uzumaki Naruto from an alternative timeline. He has become a dangerous entity and he must be eradicated by the system. As Itachi was wondering what to do, but then he looked towards the 20,000 points, but then his eyes once again showed the glint of greed. He has to get those 20,000 points no matter what. Even the Rinnegan only requires 2,000 points for him to get it. With 20,000 points, he will definitely be able to become one of the most powerful shinobi alive. As Itachi smirk at that, alright system, but how do I get to this timeline? As system spoke up, do not worry host, we will definitely provide you the way to enter into the other timelines. We will show you the way. As Itachi simply nodded at that, while on the other hand, Naruto, who was training hard, has finally arrived outside. Today is the so-called graduation exam. As Naruto finally arrived to the graduation place, as Naruto look around, all the children were present there, as today is gonna be one of the most important day in their life, the so-called graduation exam. As Naruto decided to take his seat, after all, at the moment, there is not a single shinobi alive in the whole of the shinobi world who's as powerful as Naruto, but Naruto still have to make some preparations. After all, he simply cannot conquer the whole shinobi world just yet. After all, if there are other transmigrators who are about to attack this world, then he needs to get all the power of the shinobi world under his control no matter what. As finally, all the clan heads and Hokage and his advisors has finally arrived. After all, this year class is gonna be the most important one. After all, this class contain all the clan head children and the most important figure like the children of the Hokage are present here as Minato smiled towards Menma and Mito as well as Kushina. As Kushina looked towards Naruto and a sadness appeared in her eyes. She and Minato feels that both of them have neglected Naruto a lot over the year, but the training of Menma and Mito was important at that time, not only because they were the child of destiny, but also because both of them contained the power of the nine tails, and if both of them or one of them were to go berserk with that power, and Naruto being there would have been a he would have been in danger. So that was one of the reasons they have not trained Naruto alongside Menma and Mito. But since both of them are gonna graduate, they will definitely give more attention to Naruto so that he can also catch up with his siblings, even though it is gonna be hard. But still, Naruto also possesses a lot of talent. His holds class sensei has explained to them that Naruto truly was a genius. He never required anything to practice more than once, and he was truly at the top of his class. As she smiled at that thought, as both Minato and Kushina have already decided to train Naruto. After all, Menma and Mito were ready, while on the other hand, Naruto, who was making plans at the moment, as Naruto thought in his mind at this time, he need to unite the shinobi world. But before that, Naruto has other plans. In the system prompts, he has also gotten 10 of the chakra fruits, which has increased his power a lot. But Naruto thought about it. The chakra fruits are important, yes, he has eaten many of them, but there is a threshold to his power. He requires a lot of chakra fruits to increase his powers even further, and for that, he needs to get rid of the Ususuki clan. The system store already had the seeds of the chakra fruit, the seeds of the 10 tails. So Naruto already had made a plan to plant these seeds on the other worlds and make his own 10 tails, and as long as he sacrifices some of the Usushi clans, he will be able to get the power of those planets and the chakra fruits for himself. As Naruto smirked at that thought, he needs to become even stronger if he is ever gonna fight the other transmigrators, as Naruto thought in his mind. As Iruka explained the rules of the graduation exam, and the exam began as Naruto simply completed the written exam, and finally it arrived to the final stage as Iruka spoke up. Alright, we are gonna have a tournament style graduation exam so that you can show your skills to the elders of Konoha, as well as the other department heads are also present here today. We are gonna have many medic ninja, many intelligent ninja, and other ninjas. They will directly recruit you, so do not worry about it. This was the system Minato had created. Many of the shinobi simply do not pass the Jonin exam, so Minato came up with the idea to not waste their years, and the departments can directly recruit from the academy. This was one of the way Konoha can become stronger, and the elder council has simply nodded to that. So that was the reason the many heads of the departments were present here today. As the tournament finally begins, and finally it arrived to our protagonist, Naruto, and at the moment he was gonna fight against Sasuke, as Sasuke smirked at that. So you're the older brother of Menma. Well, it doesn't matter. I will show you the might of the Uchiha clan. Get ready for the power of the Uchiha. But before he could complete his sentence, in the sky, a huge hole appeared out of nowhere, as all the shinobis of Konoha were a bit confused, but they were ready for anything. As Minato's eyes narrowed, he could feel the power of space and time coming from that hole. He was confused, what is going on here? While on the other hand, Naruto's eyes narrowed at this phenomena. So after years, it has finally come to this. From the hole, a gigantic red figure has arrived. Orange figure has jumped outside of the hole. This was the perfect Susanoo of Uchiha Itachi, as Itachi landed in the center of Konoha with a gigantic boom. As Itachi finally stood up alongside his Susanoo, as Itachi looked around, as his eyes narrowed, looking towards the direction of the academy. The system has already given him the map where Uzumaki Naruto is present. Well, Uzumaki Naruto, my apologies. I liked you in the anime, but at the moment you are in the way. Those 20,000 points, I'm definitely gonna get it. As the Susanoo rush in the direction of the academy, as Minato's eyes narrowed, all shinobi of Konoha get ready. While on the other hand, Uchiha Fugaku could not believe his eyes. That was Susanoo. What is going on here? Did the Uchiha clan rebelled as all of the other clan's heads were looking towards Fugaku with anger in their eyes as Fugaku quickly spoke up. I do not know who that person is. He is not a member of my Uchiha clan, as many of them were suspicious of Fugaku, but at the moment they need to get ready. That was a perfect Susanoo, especially the third Hokage, Danzo, and the other two elders of Konoha look towards Susanoo in utter shock and horror. They need to get ready. Otherwise, this Susanoo has the power to destroy Konoha. The civilians were already rushing to the shelters, while on the other hand, before Fugaku could say anything, many of the people saw were in utter shock as Minato's eyes widened. Is that Itachi? What is going on here? As Fugaku, who was about to say that he do not know who this member of the Uchiha clan truly is, but to his shock, this was none other than his own son Itachi. But how? How is that even possible? But before anyone can say anything, a figure appeared beside Minato. As the figure removed his mask, Lord Hokage, I do not know who that person is, but I am the real Uchiha Itachi. As many people were in utter shock. What is going on here? Why are there two Uchiha Itachis? As Itachi's eyes narrowed, he had a bad feeling about it. That Susanoo looks exactly like his own, but in perfect form. What is going on here? As all of the people were ready for anything, as the place was already surrounded by the shinobis. After all, this was the academy, the future of the Konoha shinobis, and they cannot allow it to be destroyed. As Itachi Susanoo finally arrived in front of the academy, as Itachi looked towards the fourth Hokage, his eyes narrowed. It seemed that in this timeline, the fourth Hokage never died, but it doesn't matter. He was here for one person and one person only, and that is Uzumaki Naruto. As Itachi spoke up, well, I did not expect to see you, fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze. I was thinking that in this timeline, it would be third Hokage who is ruling over Konoha, but it doesn't matter. As he looked in the direction where Naruto is, well, let me tell you who I am. I am Uchiha Itachi, but before you ask me, I am not from this timeline, but from another timeline. But it doesn't matter. I am here for one person. If you were to hand him over, then I will leave Konoha and not harm it. So here, so hand over Uzumaki Naruto to me, and this I will not destroy Konoha. As many people were in utter shock, especially Minato. After all, he had once traveled to ancient country from where he went to the past, but that is far, far in the past, and he do not remember much about it. After all, he has sealed away his own memories. Over time, the seal had weakened and he remembered some things, but that is in the past. But he simply shook his head as he looked towards Itachi. When he heard Uzumaki Naruto, he was angry. After all, that was his own son, even though he had not favored Naruto over the years. But that doesn't change that he loves his son and he will not hand him over to anyone. As Fugaku stepped forward, are you really Itachi from another timeline? As Itachi simply looked towards his useless father in his own timeline, he had already gotten rid of this person and taken his Mangekyo to evolve his own Mangekyo into the eternal form. He simply shook his head. He do not need to bother with this chief father of his. As he looked towards Naruto, as Naruto looking towards Itachi, as Naruto thought in his mind. So, finally, the first transmigrator has decided to show his face. But it doesn't matter, as Naruto could already feel the power in Itachi. The Super Kage level, definitely. His chakra levels are far beyond a Uchiha should have, rivaling even that of Uchiha Madara. But that doesn't change the fact that this person is not exactly his match. But Naruto's eyes narrowed. A new idea started to appear in Naruto's mind. This system of Itachi is a bit different than his own. Maybe there are good things in this system as well. So if he were to defeat this person and take his system for himself, then he would be able to become even stronger. As Naruto smirked at that, after all, his own system store only had 10 chakra fruits and some other things. But those were limited things. After all, there is limit to the increase in Naruto's chakra amount by a system store. So Naruto need to increase those things to become even stronger, to become a challenge for those higher level systems, especially that overlord system. He must have even better things than these normal systems, as Naruto thought in his mind. As Minato spoke up, enough of this. I do not know who you are, but this is Konoha, and I am the fourth Hokage. I will not allow you to destroy Konoha. I shinobi, take him down. With that, all of the shinobi nodded and started to go through hand sign, wind, fire, lightning, and all the other attacks rush in the direction of the perfect Susanoo. As Itachi sighed, fools. With that, Itachi unleashed his sword and swing it in Konoha as many buildings shattered into pieces as a shockwave rushed in the direction of the shinobi as many of them took the other children and started to rush away from there, but many of the buildings were destroyed and many shinobi died as Minato gritted his teeth. He already had entered into the sage mode as a Rasen Shuriken appeared in Minato's hand as Minato threw it in the direction of the perfect Susanoo, but it did not even harm him as Minato went through the hand sign as the toad appeared. All three toads rushed in the direction of Susanoo as Itachi sighed. He did not want to entangle with the fourth Hokage as he looked in the eyes of Minato as Minato before Minato could change the direction. He was already hit with the more powerful Tsukiyomi. But Minato was the fourth Hokage. Even after the torture of 3 days, he was still conscious and able to fight as he gritted his teeth, glaring towards Minato, glaring towards the Itachi as Itachi finally located Naruto. Well, I'm here to kill you, Naruto, but do not worry, I will not harm Konoha. After that, as Naruto simply shook his head as he started to fly towards Itachi and finally came face to face with Itachi as Itachi was a bit surprised this person was able to fly, wondering if this guy was also a transmigrator. As Naruto spoke up, so you are so-called Uchiha Itachi. Well, do not think of this name. So tell me, what is your real name? And where exactly, from which planet are you actually from? As Itachi's eyes widen at that. So I was right. You are a transmigrator, just like me, aren't you? As Naruto simply shook his head. Is it transmigrator? No, I am not a transmigrator. But system tried to take my soul away and put a transmigrator soul in my body once, but I destroyed both of them. As Itachi's eyes widened at that, he destroyed the system as while on the other hand the system spoke up. Host, do not listen to the nonsense of this person. The system is over such things. He was able to resist the soul extraction. But it doesn't matter, just kill him and you will get 20,000 points. As Itachi's eyes narrowed, he was a transmigrator, yes, but he was also not that ruthless of a person, and his own transmigration into the body of Uchiha Itachi, he do not like to think about it. After all, if he were to, a soul has to be extracted from a person's body and his own soul has to take over the body, then he will always feel guilty. So, he always try to make up, like, not killing the Uchiha clan and saving the Uchiha clan was his own way of making up to Uchiha Itachi. So he do not like to think about such things. He simply shook his head. Well, it doesn't matter. This is my mission. I have to get rid of you. I am sorry for that. As a sword appeared in Itachi's hand as he swung it in the direction of Naruto with a single finger as Naruto stopped the attack. As Itachi's eyes narrowed, this person was stronger than him. If you're not a transmigrator, then how are you this powerful? You should not be that powerful to stop the Susanoo sword. As Naruto smirked at that, well, did you not hurt me? I destroyed the system and took everything system had to offer for myself. As Itachi's eyes widened at that, he never thought of something like this. As the system in his mind started to spoke up, host, simply destroy him. Do not listen to his nonsense. As Itachi gritted his teeth, as Naruto spoke up, I know that you do not belong to the shinobi world and you must be from some other planet, but listen to me. Do not believe that system. After I destroyed that system, I have gotten the information what system truly is. He is trying to make you stronger, and one day when you become strong enough, he will definitely destroy your consciousness and take over your body for himself. As Itachi's eyes widened at that, but he quickly shook his head. I do not believe you. The system gave me a new life and I have relied on the system to become this powerful. I do not believe you. With that, Itachi rushed in the direction of Naruto, deactivating the Susanoo, and started to engage in battle with Naruto. As Naruto sighed, he knew that something like this would happen. These people will never believe that the system they rely on is something like this, or maybe they're just deceiving themselves. They're just ordinary people, not even having special powers after getting all this power, relying on the system to become stronger and stronger. How they could believe that the system is evil, and if they were to give up on the system, then what will become of them? Will they lose all these powers once again and become ordinary people? They will never accept that the system is truly evil. As Naruto simply sighed at that, as within seconds Naruto was upon Itachi as Itachi tried his best, but in the end of the day, he was just an ordinary Super Kage level shinobi as Naruto simply destroyed the perfect Susanoo with a single punch. As Naruto looked towards the painting Itachi, he has used all of his chakra, even unleashing the gigantic attacks. But in the end of the day, he was not exactly a match for Naruto, as Itachi gritted his teeth at that. Alright, I must say that you're stronger than I previously thought, but it doesn't matter. I will definitely defeat you. While in the head of Itachi, host, I have already gotten special permission from the higher level system. You can use the power of Hashirama Senju now, the wood style. I especially unlock it for you. This is the knowledge of the wood style of Hashirama. As the Itachi smirk at that, this whole thing about system being evil, he do not believe it. The system is so good. He has even given him a new life, and now he has given him so much power. And now even the power of Hashirama is under his thumb. As Itachi said, alright, let's end this. Have you ever heard of Susabuda with that wood style 1000 hands over Susano with that a gigantic figure, a 1000-meter tall 1000 hand jutsu finally appeared and it started to be covered by Itachi Susanoo as Itachi was panting as he looked towards Naruto. See, this is the true power of the system. You will die. And with that, Itachi unleashed his attack towards Naruto as Naruto sighed. This has to end here. Naruto cannot let this attack to hit Konoha, otherwise this whole village would truly be history. As Naruto sighed, he wanted to convince this person to abandon the system. There must be a way for him to extract the system from the mind of this person to save him, but he decided to code that and Naruto will have to allow it. As Naruto sighed, alright then, you asked for it. As Naruto's body started to change, his hair turned golden, even though it was already yellow, but they started to spike up and started to grow rapidly. Now, let me show you a true power. Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist as a gigantic dragon appeared in the hand of Naruto the moment Naruto's hair and has changed. Itachi has already given up. After all, he never thought that the bloodline of the Saiyan race, with that a gigantic dragon fist, passed right through the perfect Buddha's Susa, and with that, Itachi was hit with the attack of the Dragon Ball world. And just like that, the whole perfect Susanoo along with the 1000 hand jutsu was simply destroyed as Itachi puked out a lot of blood. His whole body was shattering along with his soul. In Naruto's hand was a tiny system which Naruto has extracted from the body of Itachi. As Naruto sighed, looking towards Itachi, who was still holding off. Somehow, as Naruto grabbed the system and simply destroyed the consciousness of the system once again, taking everything the system has to offer for himself. As Naruto looked towards Itachi, who somehow was once again standing, but one of his eyes has already gone blind. As Itachi looked towards Naruto, system, where are you, system? As Naruto looked towards Itachi, I have already told you, even though you have used the Izanagi, but that will not allow you to have the system once again. After all, this system is different from Naruto world technique and you cannot allow such a technique, you cannot use such a technique to get the system back once I have extracted it. It is not possible for you to regain it. Even changing the reality will not change it. As Itachi roared towards Naruto, give it back to me. It gave me life. Everything I have was given by the system. Hand it over to me. As Itachi rushed towards Naruto, activating his Susanoo, but Naruto simply sighed. He was already in the third stage of the Super Saiyan state as Naruto put his hand towards Itachi and unleashed a beam of power which completely engulfed the perfect Susanoo. As Itachi as well as the Susanoo were both destroyed, the last thought of the Itachi was why? Why is this happening? He has already conquered Konoha on his side. He was already the 5th Hokage. So why? He should have been the protagonist of this world, taking many women for himself, having multiple wives and multiple children, and become the ruler of the shinobi world. All of his dreams, along with the system, were destroyed by this person. He had that regret in his life, but it was already too late, and just like that, his whole body was destroyed along with the perfect Susanoo, and this time even Izanagi, he did not even bother to use the Izanagi. What is the meaning of his life? Losing both of his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and even losing his last hope, the system, even if he were to use the Izanagi, what would he actually achieve? With that, his body has finally destroyed and his soul was finally left as Naruto's side. Even though the person might feel that Naruto was the one who destroyed him, but it is still good. At least his soul would be able to pass on to whatever afterlife it had originally. But if system were to be allowed in his body, even his soul would be devoured by the overlord system. Naruto simply shook his head and once again devoured into the memories of the system. It seemed that it was the overlord system which had noticed Naruto and sent this bounty to all of the systems to get rid of him, and this was the person who had received the bounty first. But it is only the matter of time that the other system would also realize the threat posed by him after he destroyed two systems. The overall system will definitely take him more seriously. It seemed that he needs to up his training even further to become even stronger, and one way was to get rid of the Ususuki clan and take all of their powers for himself. And from the store of this new system, he has already gotten many more good things. Even some of the things were not present in the other system which he had gotten previously. It seemed that hunting down these transmigrators and taking their system for himself was one way to become even stronger, as Naruto thought. But unknown to him, all of the Konoha shinobi were looking towards Naruto in utter shock and awe. They could not believe their eyes. The person who had destroyed almost half of the Konoha and easily even defeated the fourth Hokage was destroyed by a single kid. As Minato looked towards his firstborn in utter shock, he could not believe his eyes. The son he always thought did not catch up to his other two children, who were supposed to be the child of destiny, was easily able to destroy a perfect Susanoo and this other version of Itachi as well. Even Itachi was looking towards Naruto in utter shock. He knows his strength well, as well as that person. He had the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. He was even stronger than him, and now that person was easily destroyed as Minato. After eating some of the pills from the Tsunade, he finally arrived beside Naruto. Naruto, we need to talk. As Naruto looked towards Minato, yes, father, we do need to talk. With that, Naruto disappeared along with Minato as well as some of the Jonins that were present there. After all, it is time for some things to come to light and for Naruto to take the next step to unifying the ninja world. After all, there would be a war of the timelines and Naruto has to come on top, otherwise the overlord system will devour him as well as his old timelines, and he cannot allow that to happen. But hey guys, I'm gonna left this part here, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So if you guys have new idea for the next part, tell me in the comment section who will be the next transmigrator and what kind of power does he have, what kind of system he will use. Tell me in the comment section and I will try my best to give you that. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and yeah guys, see the description, the link I have put there of some other videos as well as the link of my TikTok. So follow me on TikTok and enjoy the video. So yeah guys, see you soon. Peace.